Hello, Taurus. So these are relationship readings. Now, I'm not specifically doing love readings. It could be love, it could be friendship, it could be family, it could be co-workers. It's basically you and them. Now, I'm intending that this side is going to be you and this side is going to be them. But if you feel like the roles are reversed, please do switch them around as you see fit. Also, it's a general reading. Some things might be for you, some things might not quite fit as well. So use your intuition to guide you, and just know that gender can be flipped as well. So I may be talking as if one person's a woman, there may be women on the cards, but if your person's not identifying as a woman, you know, you flip the gender roles around as you need to. It's more about the character and what that person's thinking and feeling than the gender on the cards. Now, I am hoping that this is going to be a love reading, Taurus. You know, I'm a Libra, you're a Taurus, we're both ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is the goddess of love and romance and, you know, other things. So that's the energy that's coming in. It's quite romantic. Your song is a Bon Jovi song, and it's in these arms. It's I'd hold you, I'd need you, I'd get down on my knees for you, I'd love you till the end of the time if you were in these arms tonight. It's lovely. Like, the energy is really nice. It's like, it's almost coming through, Taurus, and I feel like it's your energy because it's coming through as like that earthy earth sign ability, you know, the way the earth signs love, which is very like nurturing and protecting and grounded, and like it really is like you want to feel safe in an arms an earth sign's arms is what I'm trying to say. So it's coming through is really nice. Also this energy of like, I want to build with you, I want to make you feel safe, I want to nurture you, I want to make you feel protected, I'm in this for the long term. That kind of energy, it's coming through nicely, because Taurus, you are a builder, you are a you know, you do tend to be quite clear about your goals. Again, this can be affected by things like your Mars sign. You may have something that's a bit more flighty as your Mars placement. But generally speaking, Taurus energy is one that builds, it's one that sustains, it's one that is committed to something for a very long time, and it's hard to, you know, push them off course. So if you've decided that you are going to love somebody, you're going to love somebody, and you're going to love somebody really, really well. You know, getting loved by a Taurus is not an unpleasant experience. You're a little bit stubborn, but you know, I think all the good stuff can make you forgive that. So we'll see what you get. So Taurus and their person. Taurus Tuesdays, what do you have for me? What's the current energy between Taurus and their person? The current energy between Taurus and their person. Well, that's a bit too much, isn't it? Ooh, I don't like those cards. Not today. Not today. Orphaned. Are you feeling a little bit abandoned by somebody? Are you feeling like something didn't work out? Like, you know, you had dreams and wishes and goals, but perhaps, you know, the land of milk and honey wasn't all that it was cracked up to be for some of you. Like, okay, let's try again. So Taurus and their person. Taurus and their person. What is the energy between them, please? I'm going to take one card. Clean it up. Clean it up. You've got breathe as well. So this relationship could they could be car wash. Let the car wash. I was getting cards for Aries as well. Yeah, no, time to go as well. I'm going to be honest with you here. The cards that are coming through, I'm getting this energy of like something that wasn't as everything it was cracked up to be. Now, the interesting thing is, as I was lighting the joss stick for you, I was using Dragon's Blood for Aries, which is a kind of fiery joss stick. To me, it's to do with like passion. And for you, I was trying to light a patchouli joss stick, and patchouli is more about love. And I was trying to light the love joss stick from the passion joss stick, right? And it wouldn't light. So that song, that Bon Jovi song, is somebody coming in with a huge amount of passion, making all these grand promises. But Taurus, I think you're thinking, are they really going to stick around? Is this just passion or is it love? You know, and it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship as well. Remember, this could be like a work project, you know, somebody who's very passionate about it. And you're like, yeah, they're passionate about it now. Are they going to stick around for the long term, or is it going to be all left up to me and I'm going to be the one, you know, doing all the work? So I feel like there's a question here of, can we turn this passion into something that's more long lasting? clean it up then. Clean it up. So you could be saying to somebody, clean up your act. You know, if you want to get with me, gotta get with my friends. I don't think that's what you're saying. I think you're saying, you know, clean up your act, pull it together. You know, if we're going to do this, you need to show up. You need to put in the effort. You need to put in the work. It could be that literally you're cleaning up something with somebody. You know, like this relationship's getting cleaned up. It's having a clear out. You're getting rid of the clutter, the junk, the stuff that you don't need. You could be doing this with a lot of relationships actually in your life right now. I know that Capricorn's been doing something similar. It could be that you're cleaning up your act. Like, you know, I'm not going for the passion, you know, the passionate, short-lived, exciting but doesn't go anywhere kind of relationships anymore. I want something that's more long-term. I want something that's more grown up, more mature, more sensible. Like I want to put down roots now. I want to kind of, the thing is with this card, this you know, whether this is you or what you're looking for, the deers to me with the antlers represent Emperor energy. So it is a kind of a maturing energy. Yeah, it's coming through as like clean up your act kind of thing. So we'll see. So Taurus, please, what is Taurus feeling about this relationship? A couple of things. 2 major arcana. Let me just pull all the cards and then I'll see. So you're feeling Magician and Hermit. What is Taurus thinking about this connection? 7 of Cups. And can you see those all okay? Oh, they're a little bit high. Let me just pull them down a little bit. Sorry, Taurus. And just checking in there again. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. And what action is Taurus taking in regards to this connection? Ace of Cups. Okay. Right. So I can see that you're manifesting. You're looking for the emotions. You're looking for the love, I feel. There is a little bit of mental confusion about what you want or what somebody's offering. So you're doing a little bit of soul searching. You're looking within. You're really questioning, what do I want from this relationship or from relationships in general? I feel like this is you looking at past relationships. Aries, again, was doing something similar. You get this a lot with you and Aries, where they were looking at the past relationships and thinking, what did I like? What did I not like? What were the red flags? The moon here. Yeah, a little bit of confusion. There's definitely a little bit of... I'm just getting kind of like things that weren't all they were cracked up to be. You know, things that deceived you in some kind of way, or things that you deceived yourself about. You've got 3 cards here about confusion and deception. So sorry, excuse me. I had some, I tried a new vegan bacon, like vegan bacon rashers, and they were really, really nice. They were made from peas, which is quite amazing. But I think whatever flavouring that they've used on it to make it taste like bacon is it's repeating on me quite a bit. So I am sorry about that. The Magician is a trickster. It's ruled by Mercury. So sometimes the Magician can have cards up the sleeve. So there is this thing with the Magician about things not quite being all as they seem. The Moon card also talks about illusion or a disillusionment or things being distorted. And the 7 of Cups is also a card about confusion over your options. So there really is this kind of... I don't know if perhaps you feel like the wool's been pulled over your eyes, or this, like you're not quite trusting something. Either you are under some kind of illusion about relationships, or you're aware that everything isn't all as it seems. So therefore you're trying to see through see into the unknown, see through the confusion, see what the reality is of this emotional love offer, something like this. So tell me about Taurus's person. What's Taurus's person feeling? Taurus's person, what are they feeling? Yeah, they're feeling a little bit fed up here. What is Taurus's person thinking? There's a lot of burdens, a lot of responsibilities. There's something that's very hard work. And what is Taurus's person doing in regards to this connection? What action is being taken? That's a bit too much, isn't it? Okay. The only reason I took this many cards is because the Ace of Wands already came out once. This is how I was saying about lighting the joystick. Like, literally, the Ace of Wands is like, it's a phallic symbol. It's to do with passion, you know, feeling very passionate. So, again, there's this thing about, is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling? It's like, for you, in your action space, it's love. In their action space, it's passion. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, you can... It's basically like yin and yang. When yin and yang comes together, the masculine energy comes in as the passion energy, and the feminine energy comes in as the more emotion side. And the idea is you combine the two, and then you have both, right? You have the passion and the love. So it's okay. There's nothing wrong with coming at this relationship from two different angles, I want to say. But I think you're a little bit scared of... Yeah, you want to know, is it love or is it desire? Is it lust? Is it love or lust? They're also showing with the Hermit card. Now, you also have the Hermit card in your emotions, and they have it in their action space. So it could be that they're acknowledging you. Could be some Virgo energy going on here. Somebody could have, because both of these are Virgo, and this is Virgo as well. You could have Virgo in your chart, or you could be dealing with a Virgo. But I'm kind of getting this energy of like... There's this like watching for each other, looking at each other, looking out for each other, looking out for each other. That's interesting. Like, maybe you've got each other's back in some way, shining a light. Both, like, you're both kind of in separate places. I want to say this isn't somebody that you like share a house with or anything like this. This is somebody perhaps at a considerable distance from you. But you're definitely doing some kind of internal work here with the Hermit in your emotions and your feelings. You're soul searching, you're going within, like, you're needing time alone. If you're not literally alone, like single, this is like, I need time alone, I need my own space, I need to think things through. I'm trying to understand what I feel. I'm doing that kind of like deep dive into my own emotions here. And I'm trying to manifest from this place. It's interesting that there's all this like wizard energy. So it could be that you're like reflecting each other, like you're both doing this soul searching, you're both doing this deep inner work, you're both doing this soul searching. Like, they're doing it, it's showing up in their action space, but for you it's showing up in as an emotional thing. You know, what do we want from relationships? What is this connection? Maybe it could be like a mirroring. It could be soulmates or twin flames, possibly. I don't kind of want to say that too. I mean, that, you know, that is a twin flame card. There's two flames on there, so it could be, if you want to call it that. I'm sort of getting this energy of like soul searching being done, a decision being made, but now there's this kind of like waiting mode, waiting for something to happen, waiting for you to make a decision, or like they're aware that you're doing soul searching for that, so they're waiting for you to complete this soul searching cycle. Then you come in with this Tower, so it's like a big revelation or something that happens that shocks you both, and then this, it feels like almost like a spiritual connection. Like, you've got two kind of very spiritual cards here of soul searching. Definitely feeling like there's this distance between you, but then there's this like, you know, like this light. It's almost like going back and forth. It's like signaling to each other. So signaling to each other from a distance. Don't know what this Tower is. And then you've got the High Priestess, which is this like spiritual, intuitive connection where nobody's saying anything, nothing's being said, it's all being felt and like intuited between each other. But then there's this thing about it not paying off. Like there's no, it's not going anywhere. It's not getting me anywhere. I'm just trying to understand this, right? So your person, Taurus, what I'm getting is an energy that your person's feeling. Can you see all these cards? Sorry. That your person's feeling a little bit dejected. It feels like almost... It feels like you've got the most unbelievable blue eyes I've ever seen. Maybe you do have blue eyes. Look at that, the moon twice. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm just going to pause for a second and just gather my thoughts, and then I'll be back with you. Okay, Taurus. So you both have the moon underlying this. Now, you've got the moon twice here and the High Priestess, and no swords whatsoever in this reading. What this means is there's no communication. There's no knights either. Knights are also messengers, so there's no communication here whatsoever. Nothing, like nothing's being said. It's not like you're sending texts to each other or emails or anything like that. So if you're in communication with your person and you're like bounding text back and forth, that's not this person. This is not that reading. What I've got here is two people who have a very strong intuitive bond. It's like an emotional, intuitive, spiritual bond here. It could be that one of these people is literally in spirit. One of these people is not on the 3D reality, tangible. This is somebody on the other side. It could be that. I'm not saying it definitely is, but it's a possibility. These two people are absolutely connected here on a different wavelength. And again, it's like this, it's like maybe they're both alone, maybe they're in completely different places, but there's this like, it's like signaling, this signaling energy. You're manifesting here. You're trying to make this connection come down from beyond the veil, down from the upper, the upper realms, the dream realms. You could be dreaming about this person. You could be dreaming about each other. You're bringing this down from being a spiritual higher level connection. You're trying to ground it and make it a real tangible thing. But the problem is, I'm seeing that on your side there's a lot of confusion. You don't know what this person's intentions are because they're not communicating. They're almost trying to communicate with you psychically. And it could be like, it could even be like you are in the same environment as this person, but you don't talk to each other, but they're looking at you, like they're catching your eye, like they're trying to almost get you to read their mind, or like they're trying to read your mind, or they want you to be able to read their mind. They may literally think that you can read their mind. And maybe you can to a certain extent, but there's a huge amount of confusion here on your side. You're not sure. You don't really understand what's being offered by this person. This person may be psychically saying to you, hey, do you want to hook up? Do you want to have a good time? And you're thinking, oh, is this person making a love offer to me? You don't understand what each other want and what each other are doing. You're really, really very, very confused. So in your head, you're thinking, is it this? Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? There's fear here. There's confusion here. You don't know what to make of the situation. So you're trying to look at this whatever's being offered by this person, you're trying to like see through it. You're trying to look at all the different sides of it to kind of really understand it. Because it's like, well, what is being offered here? Can you see? Because like, I can't even pick it up. And look at all the moons here as well. Absolutely confused. So like you're trying to see in this cup, but the cup's like empty. So you're like, well, what's going to come out of this cup if I take it? Is it going to, is it going to be this dove of peace? Is it going to be rainbows? Is it going to be fire? Is it going to burn me? Is it going to make me feel drunk with love? Like you don't know what it is, right? So confused. So it's almost like you're also not saying anything. You're also not, you're not doing anything, you're not saying anything, you're just kind of like watching and waiting and analysing and trying to figure out what this connection means. So over here, your person, it looks like, it's like they've sent you a message, they've sent you a signal. It's an intuitive signal. It's not like they've sent you a literal message. So they're like, it's like they sat there going, can you read my mind? Like, I'm telling you that I love you. If you're receiving this message, show me some red rice. I don't know why red rice, but it's like, show me red rice. You know, like, if you can hear me, show me red rice. So, but it's like the connection perhaps isn't as that strong, or you get red rice, but you're like, well, what does that mean? I'm getting the colour red, I'm getting rice. What does that mean? Like, you don't understand the full context of what they've sent you. So then this person's getting really disappointed. They're like, well, it's not working. Right, I'm done with this situation. It's not working. You know, they're not interested. You know, I'm shouldering this burden alone over here. Like, I've got all this responsibility and I'm trying to tell them, but they don't understand. Like, why are they not responding to my signal? I've put all this work and effort into this, you know, and like, I'm done, I'm over it. Like, but it's coming from both sides, and it's because you're not actually communicating. You're just trying to kind of like wave to each other across the room, like waving white flags at each other, and you don't know what nobody gave you the code book to tell you what those white flags meant. It's like proper frustrated. So I think that might be what the Tower moment is. It's like, well, like, I'm over here saying, do you want this brand new fresh start? I'm really passionate about this. And you're over here going, is that all they want? They just want passion with me. Like, it's just confusion on both sides, literally confusion on both sides with the moon card. So it could be clean up your communication here, clean up. I mean, if somebody's cross-watching, it's like, clean up your act, you know, don't come in with passion. This person's trying to see what you're offering in terms of emotions, and you're just offering, you're waving your wand around, you know, if you're the cross watcher. Right, the Hermit. What's the Hermit for Taurus? Why is it? Yeah, look at that. You've got the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. There's some kind of brand. I don't think this is a past relationship. I don't think you've ever been with this person. If this is your reading, if it's not your reading, it's just not your story, right? What I'm getting here is like, this is something that's never got off the ground. This is something where there's an intense connection. Feels like a soulmate connection, but you've never really, there's not even like the Ace of Swords here. You've not actually talked about it. It's just all stuff that people are feeling, you know? I feel like you're my person, but nobody's saying you're my person. So yeah, it's like, well, what's being on? You're really confused, look. So you're here doing soul searching, looking at these things like, all right, well, what does this mean? What does the Pentacle mean? What does the Cup mean? You know? So it's like you feel like you either feel like you're manifesting this offer, this, and again, as I say, you're trying to make something tangible and real here. You want something that's like you can grip hold of. We're getting lewd now. You want something that's like, you want something that's real. You want something that you can feel, that you can hold, that you can write down on paper. You know, you want something that's like in the real reality. You don't just want a dream of this person. You want them there in front of you to have and to hold, you know. So you're trying to ground this emotionally and spiritually. You're trying to ground this into something that's real. I do think you have a lot of passion for this person. I think you feel that magnetic pull, you know, with the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I think it's like this person's really attractive to you, but is that all it is? Look at the Tower there as well, trying to show itself. So what's the Seven of Cups in your thoughts? Seven of Cups in Taurus's thoughts. Seven of Cups in Taurus's thoughts. You're just so conflicted. This is like your own inner conflict. It's like you're reaching for the sword. You're reaching for the point where you communicate something. I'm going to fight for this, or I don't want to fight. I'm so conflicted about what's on offer here. So you're trying to heal. It's like draining. It's draining for you, and you're fearing heartache. You know, you don't want this person to take you for granted. You don't want this person to just be a player. You may think that your person has a lot of competition. You know, you're like, I want them to fight for me. I don't want to have to fight for them, you know, and then be made a fool of. There's something like that going on. So what's the Ace of Cups in your tangible reality? So in your action space, 10 of Cups, yeah. That's what you're seeing here. That's what you're thinking this is. You're thinking that it's, but you're defensive about it. You think that what you're seeing here is your happily ever after. You're like, it's almost like it's too good to be true. This is a fairy tale. This is, nothing could be this good. So where's the trick? It's like you're looking for the card up the sleeve. You're looking for the trick. Because this is like the fairy tale. This is happily ever after. This is dancing off into the sunset together and building a life together that's really happy and, you know, fulfilling. And that's what you're wanting. This is in your reality. This is what, it's like you want this to be offered. It's like, or you're offering this. You're the one saying, look, do you want happily ever after with me? Do you want, because this is what you know, it's like you're saying, Taurus, it's like, if I give you my cup, this is what it means. You know, my cup isn't, you know, you can look at it from all different angles. What I want from you is the happily ever after. That's what's on the table on my side. This is what I'm offering to you. So what are you offering to me? Because if it's not this, I don't want it. So there is a bit of defensiveness here on your side, which I think is just self-protection. It's just you looking after yourself and saying, I know my value, I know my worth, I know what I want. And if you're not going to match me, then don't come towards me. You know, don't confuse me. Don't mess me around. 4 of Cups. Oh, hell. Oh, yeah. This person may have already been in a long-term commitment or a marriage. They may have had a relationship that was meant to last forever and it didn't work out. So they may feel like they've already deceived themselves about the happily ever after. They may feel like dissatisfied, disconnected, like it didn't work out before, so why would it work out again? Taurus, you're offering me the happily ever after, but you know, I thought I had that with this person and it disappointed me. It didn't work out. I lost money. So it's almost like they're fearing deception as well, because you're the one showing with the Magician here in your emotions, and they could be sensing it. They could be sensing whatever this is. And the Magician is, you know, they're not necessarily a trickster, but they have got that component. So if they're sensing this Magician energy for you and you're not doing anything wrong, you're just trying to manifest something beautiful for yourself and for this person, but they could be seeing it as something that is a red flag, even if it's not, you know. Let me just get one more card, please, on that 7 of Swords. Oh, that's not... One card, please, on that 7 of Swords. What is the 7 of Swords in this person's feelings? I just feel like it's like this person's really disheartened by a past relationship. And it could even be like their past relationship to God. So it's almost like they don't want to take that cup off you, because it really does have that feeling of, well, I've been promised the happily ever after before and it didn't work out, did it? So I don't want to be tricked again. It's like you both fear... Yeah, it's... So the 7 of Swords has been clarified by the 10 of Cups. They think it's a trick. It could be that they think it's too good to be true. It's too good to be true because it was too good to be true the first time I had it. Why would it be different with you? That's what they're feeling. Which isn't fair on you, unless you are trying to trick them, which I don't think you are. I think this is the sort of thing where you have to let that person... You have to let that person get over it in their own time. You have to let that person come around naturally. I don't think you can force that. That's their own shit to deal with. It's not your shit, you know? It's not your fault that that person feels that way. So what's the 10 of Wands in this person's thoughts? 10 of Wands in their thoughts? 10 of Wands in their thoughts. The Emperor. Yeah, I think this person has a lot of responsibilities. The 10 of Wands is responsibilities. The Emperor has a lot of responsibilities. It's Aries Taurus energy, so you could be connected with another Taurus, but you don't have to be. This person takes their responsibilities seriously. So if this person has left a previous long-term relationship or marriage, they may have children. So they're they're not the sort of person who just walks away from something that they've put a lot of time and effort into, but at the same time they want a return on their investments, right? They're not just going to give up on something that they've put a lot of work into. So I do feel like if you're waiting for this person perhaps to leave a relationship and come to you and have that happily ever after, I think there's something that needs to be understood here about this person actually being a good person, actually being the sort of person who steps up and takes their responsibilities seriously and puts a lot of thought into them. They're not the sort of person to just jump away and abandon, children or a previous situation. So it could be that this is why this person's silent. They're still dealing with legalities, or they're still, they're still trying to, it could be that they're trying to sneak away from a previous relationship to come to you. This person's facing towards you. This person's facing towards you. This person's facing towards you. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah. Oh, painful ending. Yeah. I think this person's been in a relationship that didn't work out and it caused them a lot of pain. And they want to come to you. They see that you're offering the happily ever after. They see it. But I feel like because of whatever situation they were in the past, it doesn't have to be a marriage. It could be a work situation or something. There's a huge amount of responsibility on the shoulders because of that. So they can't speak at the moment. They can't just say, yeah, I'm coming to you. I'll see you next Tuesday. See you next Tuesday, lol. If you know what that means. So they're trying to signal to you. Literally, it's like they're trying to say to you, like, they're trying to send you those psychic messages. But because they're not confused, it's like you're getting the messages. You're getting you feel the connection, you feel them coming towards you, like you feel it in your soul, you feel this offer coming in. They could come in to propose to you at some point, but they're being sneaky about, and this is what the sneakiness is, they're being sneaky about how they're moving away from whatever disappointed them in the past. And there is a bit of a sense of them not being quite ready to take that beautiful cup of love that you're offering. I'll be everything that you need. I'll hold you in my arms. I'll love you. I'll give you everything that you could possibly need. But they're a little bit damaged here by what happened before. And they take the responsibilities very, very, very seriously. It could be that this is you, Taurus. It could be that you're dealing with another earth sign. Don't have to be. This is Taurus as well. Yeah, I think this is a cross watcher. I think this is the Taurus. I think flip it and reverse it if necessary. I think I'm reading for somebody who's watching for a Taurus. All right. I want you to have the happily ever after. What you're holding out here is beautiful. And they're showing up as a good person, very responsible. And I was saying that right from the beginning about Taurus. It's like they find it hard to change their goals. It's like they have a goal and they're working towards it. Like they want to build that future. They want to build those solid foundations. So if it doesn't work out for them, all that glitters is not gold, and orphaned again there. It's like it's very difficult for them to come to terms with the disappointment that what they've been building that whole time, what they've put all that time and effort into is not bringing them the fulfillment that they wanted. So there is going to be a sense of sulking before that Taurus bull finally changes direction and sees that they can have what they want, but they feel like they have to come correct, right? Don't allow yourself to be like the other woman or whatever in this situation. If this is your story, don't let them sneak around and bang you on the side without actually ever committing to anything. Like if you do that, I feel like this person will never leave, right? They've got the best of both worlds. They've got you on the side, and they've to them, they're like, I'm taking care of my responsibilities, I'm a dad, I'm showing up. I don't know, it doesn't have to be a man. I'm a dad, I'm a father, I'm showing up, I'm still paying the bills, I'm keeping a roof over my kid's head, I'm being the father that I need to be, but also I've got my love on the side, And I don't think that's what you want, because you want the happily ever after. You want to be in the house, in the home with the kids, you want this person by your side, you want to value what they have to offer. but they have to offer it to you, and that's what you're trying to manifest. So don't, you know, keep those defenses up. Keep those defenses up. Be prepared to emotionally distance yourself from this if you have to, because there's something that this person's coming to terms with emotionally. And it could be the realization that it could be the tower moment for them. It could be the realization that they have to choose. They can't have both. It's not fair on you. It's not fair on you, because they should be able to show up fully. They should be able to offer you, you know, like everything that they're trying to be, like that father that shows up, provides, and, you know, takes care of the responsibilities, that emperor. At the moment, they're being the emperor for somebody else, and it doesn't look like they're being appreciated. So they do take their commitments very, 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 very seriously. They are looking to you. They are showing up with a little bit of sneaky behaviour, so just be careful. Just be careful. Because like I say, if you're just giving in to this person, that's what you're saying. Can I turn this into this? It gives me, you know, one of the most difficult songs about being the other woman, I think, is Taylor Swift's Illicit Affairs. So maybe go and give that a listen. It dies and it dies and it dies a million different times. Don't call me kid, don't call me honey. Look at this godforsaken mess that you've made me. You gave me a language that I couldn't speak with anyone else. It's heartbreaking. And I feel like that's what this person's in. Relationship advice, please. Relationship advice. Poised and ready, but watching, right? Watching, trying to figure out, is this person going to leave their long-term commitments and come to me and show up for me in the same way that they're showing up for somebody who doesn't give them anything, you know, for that commitment. Like, it's like you want to appreciate them. Perspective, objectivity, neutral observation from a distance. Neutral observation from a distance, literally. Like, look at the pair of you. Talk about neutral observation from a distance. Relationship message. I'm sorry, Taurus. I wish this was... I want you to have the happily ever after. This person sees it, you know. They just were disappointed before. So I think they're a bit jaded. Sometimes you just can't see the forest for the trees in your way, right? Feelings can get all jumbled up, and you often hear one thing when a person says another. It can be like an echo of an unresolved past experience dubbed over your conversation. Take time out before you react. It's likely the other person has no idea how his or her words have affected you. Take a few steps back and lend understanding to the situation. Have faith in your connection and trust that you can come together. Take to the higher ground now and cultivate curiosity about what you observe in yourself, in others, and in the landscape. You will find things much improved sooner than you know. So it does feel a bit like, it does feel like that. It feels like somebody's in a commitment that they feel a lot of responsibility towards, but they see you as, or they see this person as the happily ever after, and they want the happily ever after with this person. And it's saying, have faith that you can come together. It's funny, I was talking about this being an emperor, right? Have faith that you can come together. This person just has to tie up those loose ends. And they could be doing, they're showing up with the Ten of Swords, which is ending, done. It could be that they're getting divorced, right? But the Ten of Wands, now it's not the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is something that's ongoing. It's the Wounded Warrior card. It's somebody who's very, very burdened, and it's a struggle. They can't see the finish line. The good thing about the Ten of Wands is that they can see the finish line. They can see... It's like they're almost there. They're almost at the point where they can lay these burdens down. So I want to say, don't give up on this person yet. There is hope that this connection can come together, but I think that you have to make sure that you keep your boundaries up, that you know what that you're clear about what you want from this, and that you're not going to be anyone's side piece, right? You're a wife, not a side piece, Taurus, you know? So I feel like you just need to go away and keep an eye on the situation and just wait as patiently as you can for this person to come around. And that doesn't mean that you can't, you know, entertain other offers. It looks like you could have other offers here. This could literally be, you know, you're on a dating site or there's other people who are interested in you. So I think there's no harm in, you know, this person's committed somewhere else. You know, this person isn't committed to you yet. So there's no harm in you seeing what other fish are out there in the meantime, you know, until this person's finally ready and clear of that situation and they can show up properly like you're trying to manifest. But I think don't sit there by the phone waiting for them to call, because that's just wasting your time, right? And this person shouldn't be wasting your time. And if they love you properly, they should realize that. They shouldn't expect you to sit there, you know, sit there doing cross-stitching waiting for them to come, you know, like Penelope in the Odyssey. I think you're fully prepared to be committed to this person. You want the happily ever after with them. You want the marriage with all the wedding bells and, you know, the rainbows and everything. You want the children with them. You want the happily ever after, happy families. That's what you want. But until it actually shows up in your reality as something tangible and real, I don't think there's any point of you lying around in this kind of like constant state of what's going on. I'm so confused. It's not doing you any good. And you don't know how long it's going to take for this person to show up. So try and distract yourself as best as you can in the meantime. And when this person's ready and they come knocking on your door with an engagement ring in hand, then is the time to take them seriously and pay attention to this relationship. That's my advice for you. If that's your reading, take the advice. If it doesn't feel like it's resonating, just leave it. It's just me telling stories at the end of the day. I don't know your personal situation, so do always trust your own judgment. And yeah, it's just a mirror to give you something to think about at the end of the day, right? Best of luck with that, and I hope it works out for you, and I hope that whether it's with this person or not, I hope that you get the happily ever after that you very well deserve. Do take care of yourselves, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.